Relatable.
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 Relatable. Don't act relatable. Hi, welcome to episode 10 of Relatable.
Hi.
10. I don't know what cheerleaders do.
10.
10.
I don't know which way is which when it comes out.
10. Is that a 10?
I'm not going to be that nerdy.
Huh? Do
I
it.
said I'm not going to do it.
Well, welcome to episode 10 of Relatable. I almost said frenemies again.
Relatable. Yeah, that's right.
But if you don't know what frenemies is, you have to check it out. It's probably like the number one podcast. But
she's obsessed.
Educate yourself. I'm number one fan. So anyway,
you even got the grammar right. I number one fan.
I am number one fan. Okay, Dylan, I've got something great to kick this off that I think you're actually going to find interesting. I finally found something that I think you, my friend, are going to appreciate very much.
Let's see just how relatable it is to me.
Yeah. Well, okay. So in Your Mom's House podcast, I think we do need to raise a flag. I want to know if Christina P is okay.
Oh, she's fine.
I don't know, Dylan. I don't know if she's okay. And I'm like actually kind of genuinely concerned for Christina. And I mean this with peace and love. I think there's something wrong with poor Christina. Okay, hold on. You got to see this. So
I've definitely seen it, but let's see. Let's see what you're talking about.
I feel really bad. Okay.
I'm already laughing. Just play it.
Okay. Is it going to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
That was pretty rad, though.
It was pretty cool.
I'm going to start watching the Wendy Williams show.
Okay, so they're talking about Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
It's not that, though. We all know about Wendy Williams.
And that it wasn't a double pipe classic.
I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, no. It was a 1 and a 1?
It was a 1 and 1. It's not a double pipe classic. A double pipe classic is when it happens at the same time. Yeah,
which we can review that clip. If anyone doesn't know, Wendy Williams is notorious for farting on camera.
There are a couple of clips. She burps and then farts. It's always like, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me." It's great.
For Wendy.
Because they leave it in. Like,
but did you hear that on H3 they're calling her Wendy Williams? Get it?
I didn't know that. No.
Wendy.
Oh, she's breaking wind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Tom's about to show Christina this clip. Okay, here we go.
Thank you for answering my question. I don't know where to start. Your streams are great and funny personality. I didn't fucking start my Twitch channel to be commemorated on my fucking personality. I came here to be complimented.
This is so great,
boobs.
though.
You saw this one already?
Yeah, I watched this when it came out. But
$50 to PayPal because I'm hot.
I'm not fat and old. I'm skinny and young. I just love like the girls like, yo, straight up. Don't
tell me that you like my personality.
I wore this shirt for a very specific reason. Check out my boobies and send me.
You guys don't fucking start
money.
complimenting my body now that I am selling on the internet.
She's selling her body on the internet.
I mean,
this is my marketing plan.
My plan.
Have to fucking leave. I'm fucking sick of this bullshit.
Canadian chicks rock. I really
like
her.
Canadian chicks do rock.
No, she does have a great
totally
pair.
Right.
Oh, you have a great.
Okay, so here it goes into.
She does have a great pair.
Okay, but here we go. So she's saying, "Oh yeah, she has a great pair." Are you trying to trap me?
No, she's like,
"Are you trying to
watch this?"
You see the top I'm wearing, right? See, I here's what I like a lot more about this chick.
It.
Okay.
You see a chick wearing the same top, and you're like, "Wow, I like what you're wearing." Excuse me. More than the top I'm wearing, okay? And you're like, all right. She's like, she's what all those guys want. Somebody who's like, no, talk about my tits, man.
Well, I mean, look, it's not a popular opinion these days, but if you are wearing a top like that, that's what you're going to garner. That's the attention you're sending a very serious.
So basically, though, there's talking about this, right? And then I'm trying to find the part where he says to Christina, why don't you get your boobs done? I think it's somewhere around here.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he's been working at this for a while.
Should they get?
How much bigger should they be?
Makeover, you know, like a.
Did you notice her haircut she got for him?
I know. He's trying to change her, but Dylan, watch. I think she looks so defeated.
hold on, but did you realize what he's trying to make her look like? He's trying to make her look like you.
Like
nose
with piercing, tattoos, nose piercings and stuff.
That's what he's going for. He's trying to make Christina look more like you.
I feel really bad for her though. Like, why can't he just like her for who she is? Dylan, she's looking defeated. Watch this. Watch this. It's sad.
You know what I mean?
Before we move?
Yeah.
Yeah, before they move, he wants her to get a
what do you specifically
job.
Like what would you want my breast?
Yeah, but then wait for the picture they pop up.
Perfect. So you don't want to be perfect, I understand, but like
I know. Then I was like, oh, he's joking.
She's fucking perfect. Yeah, of course he's joking.
But Christina still looks so defeated. Like,
hear that, and then
those are enormously freakish, enormous.
Everybody around is like, oh my god.
Wait a minute. Her name is the woman with the world's biggest tits. Now, is this like a Guinness Book of World Records as well?
Okay,
sure.
What kind of tats?
I don't know.
So then he's telling her she needs tattoos, but she looks upset. Dylan, does she not look a little upset?
I mean, she seems hesitant. This is the same Christina we get though. Whenever Tom asks her to eat his scrum, she's just like, "Yeah, no, I don't." That makes me feel.
She says straight up no, but she's like,
"Oh no,
wait,
I mean,
you want me to change?"
Yeah, we want her to eat like scrum. That? We want her to get throat tats, get a nose piercing.
I would go a little more aggressive than her.
A little more aggressive.
Yeah. That's that. Now see, she did it right.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Do you want me to get a forehead?
She looked like a pig on the left, like a real dog.
She looks like
on the left. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite sayings too. When he says that, she looks like a real dog. It's just the way he says it.
But look at Christina's face right here. She's like, I don't think my husband loves me anymore.
Like I think she's just like, I'm trying to go along with this bit, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, because it's hurting her feelings.
Look, she's looking right at the camera right there.
Jesus
and
Christ.
now she can't with all those face tats.
Now when I see people pop back when they see me, I feel good. Jesus Christ.
Well, hold on. So you want me to get a throat tat? You want me to get facial tats?
Yeah. And mods.
Like, what does this mean? What do you mean,
and
like
mods.
horns and stuff, or like, what do you want?
Okay, that she start. Oh my God.
Oh, she looks great.
Now, right there, she looks angelic.
But he just keeps going on, and she seems so sad. I can't remember if there's like more.
Yeah,
but you want to speed it up and do it in
a year.
In a year.
Mr. Nielsen has.
In a year.
That's enough time. Oh, that's a nice camera.
So I felt bad. And hold on. But later in this episode, there's another comment that is made, and she does not look happy. That's why I want to know, Christina P, are you okay? Because I feel for you. Like, what? I don't know. Like, I just feel really bad for her right now. This would really hurt my feelings. Hold on.
But you already have all the things that Tom wants.
I don't want Tom. She wants Tom. I want Tom to want her.
Well, he's putting out there what he wants for him to want his her wife. More.
That's sad.
He wants his wife. He just wants more.
Oh my God.
Why can't he have it all?
So hold on.
Why can't
Dylan? Okay, listen to this comment. So they're talking to this dude, Jeremiah Watkins. And he's talking about how his wife's pregnant. So they're talking about like doing it while you're pregnant and da-da-da-da-da. And then Tom says this little nugget.
So we're figuring
I'll give you a heads up too. This is your first kid, right? Like that first month after the baby is born, you're going to be fucking a lot of other chicks for that whole month.
That happens.
Look at Christina. Look at Christina.
This also happens a lot.
She has had enough today. She has had enough. Watch.
This is also the same face we get.
Look at this. My poor mommy over here. My poor mommy. Christina.
This is also how she feels every time he tells a story about like a chick that he hooked up with back in the day, because I don't know if you've ever seen those. Like,
no.
She's always like, You always say it's like 6 or 7 chicks, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you pull out another story about some whore you've been banging or that you banged back in the day. And he's just like,
Because
well,
no girl
yeah,
wants to hear that.
she was a dog, you know?
Oh my God. No, listen to this though, Dylan. Listen to this.
Or guys,
Like,
and it's not
he's
gay.
With or
super into
without
it.
nose rings.
Jeremiah.
So much better when they
Mommy.
wear them. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So much better. What's that?
Nothing. I just didn't know we had
Look, what's up? What's up? She's upset. Now listen.
open relationship. We never negotiated.
Well,
the
we're
terms
done now. I'm talking about back when you
back
when
then.
they had the
And
kids.
the second kid too. You did that too. Cool.
Let's see.
Pissed.
Cool.
Pissed.
Here. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Dude,
So-
do you look at her body language? She's pissed.
Jesus.
I don't know. Things happen.
What a
So-
dick.
Last week we were celebrating.
Dylan. And then he just goes on. But Dylan, I want to know if she's okay.
I think she's okay.
I don't think she's okay.
She's an Eastern blocker.
What is that?
That's where she's from. That's her blood. You obviously
I just
don't
feel
watch
bad for her.
Where My Mom's At Enough, which is
I'm
Christina
still
P's
new to a
podcast.
lot of this. I just want to know if she's all right.
She's definitely all right, because if she wasn't, she would definitely handle it herself.
He's so mean. He's so mean.
That's just Tom. That's Tom's.
so
That's
mean
Tom's.
to
That's
her.
Tom's humor.
I feel bad for my mommy. That sounds so weird.
For your
to
mommy,
say.
you feel bad for your mommy jeans.
My mommy
Well, hey,
Jean.
despite all the laughing I did, keep it high and tight out there. My main mommy.
Yeah, we love you,
And,
Christina.
You know, make sure Timmy holds up on his end of the bargain if you go through with all the mods and piercings and stuff, because we know Timmy's gotta do some work.
Who is Timmy?
Timmy, you know. So you don't watch enough of that either.
No.
Yeah.
Who is Timmy?
They call them by wrong names all the time.
Oh, so that's Tom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of like they were calling Bert Kreischer, all those names on that show.
Bert Kreischer, Bert Krishner.
Krishna. Harry Krishna.
Yeah, no, that's one of their
Oh.
favorite jokes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And whenever it happens accidentally, they just roll with it super hard. Because I want to say one of Tom's Tom Talks, they mentioned Bert, and I think they said Brett.
Oh,
I think the guy
yeah.
said Brett, and Tom, like, you could see him start to laugh, and he's just like, yeah, Brett.
I was trying to see if someone clipped it and put it online, but I'm not seeing it anywhere in here.
It's always great.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So I just wanted to share it. That's the first thing I just wanted to share with you today, because I was genuinely worried.
You are concerned.
Tom, be a little sweeter. Goes a long way. And Christina, you don't have to, don't milk that bear if he's
I
going
was
to
going
be
to say
rude like that.
maybe he hasn't been milked. Maybe that's why he was being rude, and maybe that's why all the faces she's like, "Fuck, I got to do this again." All that venom's built up.
Yeah, there's a lot of venom in that clip. That was so mean. Watch Your Mom's House and Two Bears, One Cave if you haven't.
Well, I mean, if
Taylor
you watch
Christina
Two Bears,
P
you're just gonna hear Bert, but that's okay because we love Bert.
No, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I was just worried about her, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention. But
I know. I've heard about her struggles.
I feel so sad for her. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Well-
In the beginning, it was all fun and innocent with all the different wigs, but now it's
Oh yeah,
Now
she
it's
says she puts on
haircuts
wigs for Tom, and now
yeah, they role play.
if you give a mouse a cookie, he's gonna ask you for a glass of milk.
Oh,
And
I
then
was
he's gonna
gonna
ask
say
you
he's
to get your
gonna ask
nose
for
pierced and
another-
get some throat tats.
That's right.
Well, there was one of the episodes where they were talking about nose piercings, and they go off on a whole tangent because he wants her to get one of these, the little side
Well, yeah, because-
nose
because-
piercing. They were
well, 'cause
talking shit
wasn't-
about these ones.
Yeah, the door knocker.
I was so offended because she's like, those look so bad. I can't remember the exact verbiage, but she was saying how, yeah, you basically look like, you know, the cliche thing. People are like, oh, you look like a bull if you're going to get your septum pierced. You know what? I like mine. I think it's beautiful.
And that's all that matters, is as long as you like it.
I don't look like a bull.
But that's why, yeah, it was really funny when they did that, because the moment that they talked about that, I was like, who? It's like, if Angela watches this, she's gonna be like, oh my God.
Well, my feelings were hurt more so. You know, you watch these people, you think they're your friends, and then they start saying things that you're like,
your friends because I watch them every week.
Yeah, they're my friends. And then I found out that they might not like me after all.
Oh no, they'll like you. They'll just make fun of you. Which that's real friendship.
These aren't the kind of friends I want.
Oh, these that's like all my friends. That's all we do, is we just rag and bag on each other.
I think that's a boy thing. I think that boys like to make fun of each other more so than girls.
And I think that's the problem. I feel like girls need to do it more, because it's easier to bag on someone in front of their face and for you to like just come with that understanding, because then you're not
shit behind their
back. You're not talking shit behind their back, because you're saying it to their face. You're like, yo, homie, your makeup looks dumb as shit. You look like you fucked a clown. And then they're just like, oh, damn.
Versus being like, oh my God, did you see Kendra's makeup today?
Oh my gosh, she looks so bad. I can't believe she even bought that. Like, who cares?
I can't believe she walked out of the house.
Yeah. Diss them in front of their face. Everybody gets a laugh. Hopefully they can take a joke. If they can't take a joke, they'll either learn or things will blow up. And then you'll be like, well, I'm glad it happened in a fun way, instead of in a things happen behind the scenes and now it's a whole big deal.
Yeah, drama. That's true. I never thought about that. How insightful. How insightful, Dylan.
I try. I would curl my mustache, but this side really doesn't want to curl today. It's just being a huge bummer.
Your mustache is getting quite long, sir.
I know. I'm just letting all the nasty hair grow out.
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with facial hair.
It's not that bad. Like I said, I don't do anything with it most of the time. I just let it grow and be all meh. It sucks that it's still like patchy, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You know, when society gets normal enough that I can go out, then that's when I'll just trim this all again and just have the mustache.
When you're ready to emerge. Well, according to the newspapers, April 4th, Easter Sunday, such as Jesus descended from the heavens to remind us that there is everlasting life and the promise of tomorrow, such as that COVID-19 will mysteriously disappear from the face of the earth and we will all return to normalcy.
I'm sorry, where are you reading this from?
April 4th, everything's opening up. In layman's terms.
Where?
Everywhere. April 4th, COVID opening. Look, Google it.
No, I'm good.
We even heard that they're going to have live music at this place. Oh, well, in Pennsylvania, but also I heard someone say in Cali stuff is starting to open up.
Maybe. I know a couple people that got their first vaccine shot out there in Cali.
Oh, that's good.
And then in Florida, I think it's like Tuesday it opens up to 18 plus to go get your vaccine.
Florida already.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's good. Florida needs to get people vaccinated.
Yeah, they do.
Well, and then out here,
wild east out here.
A lot of people that we know are getting vaccinated because if you're a smoker, you can get vaccinated. But if you have asthma, that doesn't count. So if you choose to smoke, you get to the front of the line before someone that has chronic asthma.
So this reminds me, did you see, we're going to end up segueing back into your mom's house, but did you see when they talked about that with Nadav?
No.
Oh my God. So he found out that he's basically like right there on the line to get the vaccine early because he's almost like, I don't remember what term they used. If it was like morbidly obese or like outrageously obese or something like that. but it turns out he's like right there on the line. So he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna get healthier. He goes, but in order to do that, I have to get a little fatter first, so that way I can prove that I'm over the line of being like the dangerously obese or whatever. So that way I can then get the COVID vaccine. Then he can start on his healthier lifestyle.
Oh, there you go.
But it was just funny because of the way they're just then ragging on him, just like, oh, you're almost a real fat piece of shit. You're like right there. So hurry up, become the fat piece of shit you were born to be, and
Get
then
your vaccine.
Get your vaccine and then become healthy.
Yeah.
Become healthy by being fat and then become healthy by becoming healthy.
Well, how fat do you have to be to get the vaccine?
I have no idea. It's like a body fat percentage or something. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't. How fat do you?
How fat do you have to be to get the vaccine?
It's like a high. It's a high weight thing. I don't know, but it's funny because they always they gave all the classic like, oh well, you don't look like you're you're morbidly obese or whatever, and he's just like, thanks, that makes me feel better. I mean, maybe slightly better, but yeah, it was really good.
Oh my God. Well, I want to get on one of these waiting lists. The only thing I was thinking is like, okay, let's say hypothetically, if someone smokes, but their insurance company doesn't know they smoke, and you go to get the vaccine and you tell them I'm getting the vaccine because I smoke, are they going to tell your insurance company?
They're going to snitch.
Because most insurance company ask you if you smoke, and I don't know what happens if you say yes. I don't know. I don't know. Smoke.
Your premiums go up. I don't still really understand how insurance works.
Yeah.
No.
But they'll probably snitch, right?
They'll either snitch or they will be tortured into snitching, because if there's one thing the insurance company does, it's get their money and keep their money.
Rich bitches. But Pennsylvania is opening up. Let's see. Occupancy restrictions will ease next month on many restaurants and other businesses across the state.
This looks super odd. So for all of you that can see, she has a TV mounted above her.
Oh,
why she's looking up to read.
No, I'm getting this information really directly from God himself, Dylan.
Sure.
This is how I get in touch with my
from me, because that was my TV. So you're getting the information from me?
No, I'm getting the information from God. There is no TV. You're missing the point. From me.
But yeah, that's why she's looking up like. And yes, then God? They said on the third day, PB&Js with no crusts.
Yeah, eateries, malls, gyms, movie theaters, and casinos can operate at 75% capacity.
Oh, okay, so they're just opening up more capacity.
But honestly, last night we got dinner, and the place that we went to, it was packed. You would think it was spring break. If last night was not 75% capacity,
then those places be popping.
I'm a monkey's uncle. And it's not April 4th yet. Restaurants can resume bar service, and alcohol service will be allowed without the purchase of food, which is interesting because we've been to a few places that you can buy alcohol and we weren't forced to buy food. But I think it's like some of the smaller like dive bars that like they serve food. So like if someone came in, it would just be like, oh, here are those fries you ordered. Sorry it took so long.
Ha 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 ha.
Probably. Yeah. So let's talk about something else before I get canceled. Airplanes. Oh my goodness. We were supposed to talk about that last time. Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about airplanes.
Especially because on Easter Sunday, I'm flying to LA for work, and I'm about to deal with all of this all over again.
Oh, super fun. Are you flying like a peasant, or are you flying first class?
No, my plane ticket. I'm paying for my own plane ticket, but I am bringing.
You're not gonna.
I go with me.
You're not gonna upgrade.
I'm flying Southwest. So when you fly Southwest, it's like boarding a bus. You could pay more to get in the first 15 people that go on.
So Southwest doesn't have a first class.
No.
Okay.
You can pay more
to just
for a
board
ticket
earlier.
where
So then do they
yes.
even have nicer, like a frontish portion with nicer seats? No, it's just all the same.
No.
So yeah, then who cares about boarding order, really?
I mean, it's just like if you really just want to get in and sit down first. And then that also, you get more points. So if you are getting that, you get more airline points. The one nice thing about Southwest is once you've earned a certain amount of points, you get what's called a companion pass, where you can, wherever you fly, you can bring one person with you for free for like a whole year. But you have to get a certain amount of like miles for that to happen. Like I know a few people that fly for work all the time and they have this companion pass. And then could you imagine like how awesome would that be? Like, okay, cool. Let's go to New York. We only have to buy one ticket because I got my companion with me.
Oh, see, that's why
Pretty
they don't
cool.
have first class, because otherwise that would be awesome. They'd be like, oh, let's just
Oh
go
my
first
gosh.
class.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been on a plane a couple times in the last like almost month time span. And there were some things that pissed me off while I was on the plane. I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about first, but I got a list.
I just wanted to talk about why I'm so obsessed with first class.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So the reason why I'm obsessed with first class is actually your fault.
When did you fly first class?
It's actually your fault. So thank you for getting me on that.
Once you go first, you never want to go back.
So the first time that I got to fly first class was when, well, this one was first class. Was when you bought me my plane ticket home when I was in college. Me and then one of my friends from college. I went to college out here in Florida. Turns out he was going to visit some friends in California. So we got seats right next to each other in first class because the prices were pretty reasonable, it turns out. The upgrade wasn't that much. And we were like, oh, yeah, awesome. So first off, there was a whole other portion. You should see if you can pull up the photo that we took. I'm sure you remember the photo.
Oh,
with the sign you made. So while you pull that up, I can tell the story.
Okay.
So we get ready, like we're all prepped, we're ready to go. One of our other friends is like, oh, hey, I don't have a car. Can you just take me with you guys to the airport and I'll just chill there for a couple hours until I can actually go through? We look at our time and we're like, all right, we should have time to do this. So we go, we pick up our friend. We're going to the airport. Of course, traffic hits worse than we thought. And this is one of the first times in my life I'm actually bringing a checked bag because Angela and my mom were like, bring a checked bag. We're going to send you back with stuff. So I'm like, shit.
Well, it was over the holidays.
I've never like really, the only time I've done a checked bag was when we flew to Hawaii for your graduation. And then I probably...
Was that for my graduation?
Yeah, that was your graduation that we went to Hawaii.
That was nice.
Because it was that, and then when I flew to Washington, D.C. Like, those are the only two times that I ever flew with a checked bag, because that's just not my life. I'm a dude. I can fit everything in a backpack. I'm good to go. Like, 24 pairs of underwear, one shirt, the shorts I'm wearing, I'm good for a month. Like, that's how we do it. So we finally get there. We stand in line. I have to freaking stand in line for the checked bag. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh man, this is getting like pretty tight. The guy in front of me, I hear, is on my flight, checks his bag in. I finally get called up when he's done. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm here to check my bag in for this flight, blah, blah, blah. The lady's like, oh, okay, hold on. Looks at the time. She goes, oh, actually, it's cut off. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, it's cut off 45 minutes before. And I was like, oh. I'm like, but that...
Oh, wait. Yeah, like, you didn't know that you need 45 minutes before your flight to get your bag checked?
No. So...
Yeah, because it has to go through like its own security checks and stuff.
So because I never checked my bag, I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. And I'm like, the guy you just took was on my flight. I was like, can you call and see? She's like, yeah, let me call. 10 minutes later, she's finally like, okay, so yeah, they said they can't do it. So we can send you on a later flight. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. My family will kill me. They're like, okay, then you're just going to have to leave it. And I was like, leave it? I was like, all right, okay, bye. Run over to my friend. And I'm like, yo, I got to leave this in your car. I was like, because they want to put me on a later flight and that's not going to happen. He's like, oh shit. So we run all the way back to the parking garage to his car. We throw it in there. We run
You
all
had
the way
time
back.
to run all the way back?
We run
Wait,
all
and
the
how
way
long
back.
is it until your flight?
Because let's see, it was 45 minutes the moment I got up there, plus an extra 10 dealing with all that. So it was 35 minutes left.
Oh my God, you're making
It was
me
horrible.
feel sick right now.
How do you think I feel? I hate being late for things.
Oh man.
So we run all the way back. We're in the security line, just like looking at our watches, going crazy. Thankfully, this was like the awesome scenario where everybody was super nice to us, and they like everybody in the line was just letting us go up and through. So yeah, so we got to go through security. We did that real fast. That was nice and easy. We get onto like the little tram or whatever the hell it's called to go to the actual terminal. And of course, our plane is at the very end of the terminal. So we're running the whole way and we can hear on the speaker. They're like, last call for Dylan, Rodarte, and Antonio. And we're like, oh crap. We're sprinting. And then we barely make it. Like the moment we got there, they're like, oh, Antonio and Dylan. We're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, okay. Boop, boop. Moment our feet go on, they shut that door. And we're just like,
oh my God, Dylan.
We made it. We're like, that's the power of first class. Or so we thought. We're like looking and we're like, I don't see a first class. Maybe it's in the back. These just look like
Why would
normal
it be in the
seats.
back?
Hold on.
What airline is this?
This was on Frontier Airline.
Oh. Which is that like the equivalent of Spirit Airline?
Yeah, like Frontier is that like that was the one where. Well, let me finish this story. So we're like, oh, looking, we're like, oh, are these okay? These are us. So we sit down and we're like, yo, man, this isn't the first class experience I thought it was going to be. And we're like, you know what? Who cares about the chairs? At least like, let's get those drinks. So then, starts happening. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you get like a free meal too. They like come by, they hand us a menu. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, looking, I'm like, so, I was like, we just get like the unlimited like free drinks or whatever, right? And they're like, oh no, that's not how it works on this airline. We're like, excuse me, what?
Wait, so
like,
are you in first class? Like the two seats next to each other?
We were in first class. No. First class on Frontier is like economy on any other flight. It's 3 seats.
Oh my God.
You still have to pay for booze. You just have like a bigger tray table. And so we're like, okay. And so we're looking, we're like, we'll take the drinks and nut mix for 2. Because we're just like, let's save some money and get one of the package deals. And yeah, and then also the whole time that while we were racing there and waiting in lines and stuff, I'm getting calls and texts from my mom and my sister here. Just like,
did you make it?
You better make that fucking flight. They're like, we're not paying. Or Angela over here is like, I'm not paying for another one if you miss this flight. And I'm just like, oh my God. So, we made it. We land. We get off the plane. And I'm like, all right, Antonio, you don't know what my sister looks like. I'm like, let me see if when we walk out, if you can spot her. And so he's like, okay. So we walk out and it was very obvious.
I have it queued up if you're ready.
Go ahead and put it up. She made a sign for me. Yes, that said, I'm waiting for my brother who barely made his flight and almost ruined Christmas.
No one at the whole airport thought that was funny. I was waiting for someone to walk by and be like, haha, not one person.
Oh, Antonio thought it was hilarious. He saw that and he was just like, that's definitely your sister. I was like, you're right. That's her. Yep. Super, super late.
Look at you with your little foot kick.
Yeah, so funny. So that was my first experience in first class. My first
I didn't know
actual
Frontier was like such a joke.
Ooh, yeah. So because I think we only upgraded me for the flight out there. On the flight back, I got to sit in just their economy, and
it was like a bucket seat.
I learned, yeah, and their tray tables are like as big as my hand.
Oh no!
Like, super
oh
small.
no!
I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it, but I don't know where that picture's at of my hand in comparison for scale.
Oh,
and yeah,
Lord, Dylan.
it's about the same size.
Oh my God.
But yeah, and so the next time I took first class, which was my real first class experience, it was first class all the way. It was right after I had graduated school. So I was a official graduate with a bachelor's in a computer science degree. My buddy, well, actually, my roommate was going to drive me to the airport, but he was like, yo, man, I'm too tired. My dad's just going to drive you. And I was like, okay, cool. So his dad drove me. It's just super awesome experience where he let me out. I was like, oh man, this feels like
he has a dope car, right?
His dope car. So I was like, I'm feeling real fancy. I like stepped out and I was like, oh, so the other reason why I flew first class was trying to figure out how to send all my stuff back to California because I was moving back to California. We figured that it was going to be cheaper for me to fly first class and get like 2 checked bags.
Oh yeah.
Then ship all of this stuff back over there. So first time I ever did the curbside check-in, and I talked to them and I'm like doing all that. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, so like, how much does it cost? And they're like, oh no, like it's, I'm pretty sure they said it was free. I honestly don't remember. I just remember they were like, oh yeah, we just work off tips. So I was like, oh, okay, I got you, man. And I was like, ooh.
No one ever has dollars anymore.
Yeah, I was like, all I have is a 20. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was like, here you go, man. Thanks for everything. And he's just like, oh snap, thanks,
That's
dude.
good karma.
I was like, yeah, man, I got you. So I'm like, oh man, I'm on first class life. I'm strutting into the airport. I'm like, I'm fucking hot shot, even though I look like a homeless guy because I wear these I wear jeans that I cut into shorts because it's too hot for pants, and I like roll them up. I'm pretty sure I
I know what you're talking about.
Pretty sure I had my vest on, my punk vest, and my I don't think I had a full sweatshirt on. I think I had just like a sweatshirt that I cut the sleeves off of. So I was just in like dirty, grungy punk kid look with like a beanie on, and I'm just like, oh yeah, rolling in there, getting to the security line, and when they go and they check my ticket, they're like, oh, you're in first class. You can actually go to that security line over there. And I was like, there's a first class security line over here. They're like, yeah, go over there. So I'm like, oh, okay, see you losers. Go over to the first class security line. There's like nobody there. They're just like, boop, there you go, sir. And I was like, oh, thanks. I walk over to my thing and I'm like, man, I have all the time in the world. I was like, that shaved off like 45 minutes of my expected time. So now I'm there like 3 hours early with nothing to do. So what do? I go to the bar.
Oh yeah.
Go to the bar, get some drinks. Actually, no, maybe the bar wasn't open yet. I might have just waited around because it was like 3 in the morning when I got there.
Yeah, the bar was not open yet.
3 or 4. All right, so that was afterwards. Yeah, so I'm waiting there, and eventually, first off, I saw
the story's getting really long, Dylan.
It's getting really long. This is how sometimes I tell stories and it gets bad. All right, so there's a woman there, and I was like, this is a very attractive woman. I was like, she got a pretty dope jacket on, and I was like, her face looks really familiar, but I can't really pinpoint it. I was like, oh well, whatever. Eventually, they call the first class. I'm like, oh, cool. That's me. I'm the second guy that walks up. They give me that look like,
yeah, what are you doing here?
You dirty kid. They look at my ticket. They're like, "Oh, have a nice flight, sir." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Go on to the plane.
Mr. Rodarte.
I'm the front seat. So I take my seat. Immediately, lady with like the little towel, exactly what you always hear and dream of. She's like, "Can I get you anything to drink?" I'm like, "Yo, it's like 6:30 in the morning. You got mimosas?" She's like, "Of course we do. Can I get 2?" "I'll be right back." And I was like, "Yes." Then, like the moment I sit down, I see the attractive woman that was behind that was like I noticed standing at the gate walk by me, and she sits behind me, and I'm like, okay, no, she looks really familiar. Who is this woman? So I think I got the Wi-Fi for free because I was first class, or I just paid for it. I don't remember. But I looked her up because I was like, all right, she looks like the girl in the American Pie band camp movie and in John Tucker Must Die. So I looked her up and I was like,
that is.
Her name is ALLLL. I realized I probably should have pulled up a picture, but you can do that for me.
Make me do all the work.
Thanks. And yeah, I was like, oh, snap. I was like, there's like a celebrity behind me. I was like, that's so cool. I'm not even going to say hi, though, because I'm just a dude. I'm not trying to bother her. Like, that's just messed up. Not while she's like obviously just flying home or flying.
Is that her?
Yeah, that's her.
I don't recognize her.
I recognized her. That's all that matters. So I was just like, oh, I was like, that's super cool. I was like, I'm flying first class with her. We flew first class together.
Your future queen above 18.
No big deal. That's right. So yeah, so I just got plastered on that flight. That was awesome. And then when I landed,
that's nice.
I was in some airport in Arizona, so I got plastered at the bar there, and then I got plastered on the last flight to Palm Springs. And then I was calling mom in an emergency to pick me up because I had to pee / have diarrhea. And I was like, Mom, if you don't get here in 10 minutes, I'm going to crap my pants. And mom was like, I'm still at the office. And I was like, oh my God, Mom.
Why don't you just go at the airport?
You are killing me. I'm not going to use the airport bathroom. Not for that.
Why?
Not for the mess I was about to make. I needed the comfort of mom's home toilet.
Oh, maybe that's why that one in the back doesn't work anymore.
I was dying.
Gross.
And then, yeah, I've flown like first class 1 or 2 other times since then. I save up the money and I'm like, I got to treat myself because it's just really nice.
It is. It's really hard to go back to economy because it's hard when you are in first class to not feel a little like, excuse me, peasants, while I get into my first class seat. And then you sit down and then you see everyone else that's been waiting in line and they just want a board and they're just standing there and you just don't even make eye contact with them. You're like, with your little drink. But it sucks because with COVID right now, they're not serving drinks on any of the flights. So because that is like my favorite part about flying. Like whether you're in first class or economy, the drink is the experience. Getting like a Bloody Mary on a flight with that Mr. T's mix. So good. Mr. T, Mrs. T. I think it's Mrs. T. I don't know. It's really, really good. But it makes you feel so nice. So like, because the last flight that I went on, when I went to South Carolina, the layover wasn't very long. So I'm walking as fast as I can because I like land in B and I got to get all the way to C or E or something. And I'm walking and it's a big airport, Charlotte or no, I don't know.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Whatever the big one is in South Carolina.
Oh, maybe
Charleston.
South Carolina.
Charleston.
Carolina.
It's huge. It's huge. So I'm walking and I see a bar and I'm like, and with Southwest, you want to get there at your boarding time so that you can get a good seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to wait because your seat's not going to be reserved for you. You don't want to get there late because then you have to sit in between people. So I'm like, no. So I'm like rushing. I was like, all right, shot, beer, go. Because otherwise you can't.
I'm a window seat for life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen like the situations where people will be like, oh, excuse me, we're together. Is there any way we could switch you seats or something like that? And it's like,
that's why I get a window seat.
I'm not giving up my window seat.
I'd be like, yeah, sure, take the aisle or whatever. This is my spot.
Window seat. I don't want to get up because someone else has to pee. I want to be in my spot the whole time.
Because I've also never peed on an airplane, or just use the bathroom in general. I've never used the restroom on an airplane. The longest I've been on an airplane is about 13 and a half, 14 hours.
I don't know how you went that long without using it.
Sheer willpower.
There's a gnat in here. I mean, those bathrooms are so tiny. Like, and me as like a smaller human, like when I go in, I'm like, because you don't want to touch anything.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible not to touch something. It's horrible. The bathrooms are so gross on airplanes. I can't.
That's why I've never even looked inside one. I never plan on it.
No, it's awful. But when I was flying to South Carolina, there was a girl that sat next to me. It was one of the smaller planes because it was a shorter flight. So it was like two rows on each side.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting there. I get there first and I'm just sitting there. And I don't like to make friends on airplanes. I'm not here to socialize. So I had my earbuds on, my glasses on, and I'm just sitting there. And my eye was still messed up. So I had to wear my glasses the whole time because I looked like Igor. I was like, I'll cue up a picture actually, because I know you want to see how bad it was.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not. Or you want to see it? You want to see how bad my eyeball was?
Let's see how bad it was.
I'm actually going to see a doctor.
An optometrist?
Tomorrow. Yeah, an optometrist tomorrow. Because I messed it up on that paper bag and then I messed it up again. I think when we were driving around with the windows down. Here, I'll send this to myself.
Don't drive with your windows down. It's not safe.
Well, the wind, I think that the wind irritated my eyeballs. It's not safe.
Who knows what's
out
there in the
something
world?
happened. This was when it was starting to look better, but it was really, really bad. Let me see if I can get it. Anywho, this girl sits next to me and, you know, if there's two seats next to each other, general rule of thumb, I've got an outer armrest. You've got an outer armrest. The inner armrest does not get used. There is no reason for either of us to use that inner armrest. Don't touch it. Because if I'm touching it, I'm encroaching on your space. If you're touching it, you are for sure encroaching on my space. This girl, two elbows on both, to the point her elbow's coming over and it is touching me. And on top of that, we're in COVID times. And I don't want to pull that card.
These are the COVID times.
Do not touch me, strange human. Do not. I don't want your elbow near me.
I was going to say, what if she didn't wash her hands after she used the bathroom?
Yeah, no. I mean,
nobody wants it.
Little poop particles everywhere. Like I went
everywhere.
like this and she starts relaxing more. And I'm like, look, I don't know if you're trying to hit on me or if you're really just sprawling out, but it pissed me off, Dylan. I was like, she might as well have had her foot in my cubby, in my foot cubby. It made me so mad. Now, if you've got the 3-row, here's the rules for 3-row seating. The two outers people have their armrests on the outside, leaving the two inner armrests for the person in the middle because they have nothing else. That's okay. That's understandable. If you're in the middle, you can have both armrests. That's okay. You don't have a lot of room. I don't mind that. But I've been in the middle before and had some dingleberry sitting on one of either the window or the aisle take up my middle armrest. Oh, that is the ultimate sign of disrespect and the ultimate power move. It is not okay.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
The armrest, I just don't like people getting in my space. That stuff, like,
that's also why I pick the window seat. So that way I just hug the window to the side of the plane, and I'm just like, this is where I live until time to go.
I don't care if you're a large, like even like tall men like to sprawl out, like whatever, but keep your shit on your side. Maybe you should be sitting in the aisle, sir, if you want to stretch your legs out. Don't stretch your legs out into my cubby.
Oh yeah, no, that's the only part that sucks is I want to stretch my legs out and I'm just like, I'm stuck here until this is over.
Yeah. This was my eye when it was getting better.
Your eye doesn't look that bad.
That was when it was getting better. Before that, it was really red. I thought I had more pictures, but I don't. But yeah, juicy eyeball, eye injuries.
Ugh.
You got to take them seriously.
You should.
Yeah, that stuff makes me mad. That, and then I had a girl that was like very chatty on the next plane because we were on the tarmac.
Mac. I don't know.
Tarmac.
That sounds right.
We were there for like an hour. So she starts chatting me up and I was like feeling chatty for a second. And then I was ready to not feel chatty. So I start watching my podcast on my phone and she keeps talking to me and I'm like, pause. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to listen to my podcast now. Starts talking to me again. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. You're listening to your podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, it's okay. So I go to put it in. She keeps talking and I'm like, leave me alone.
That's the fact that she acknowledged, oh, I'm sorry, you're listening to something. So anyway.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah,
it makes me so mad.
People just don't understand the basic rules. Did she have a rolly backpack?
No. She was going to visit
That's usually
her
how you
aunt
can tell. Did she say if she was homeschooled or not?
I don't know, maybe.
Those are usually the two ways you can tell if people don't have the right social skills for things.
You don't have the right social
Rolly
skills.
backpack or homeschooled. If you get the double, that's like, ooh, why do you have a rolly backpack at homeschool? Also, you are frozen. There we go.
Oh, now, sorry. Say that one more time.
I said, if you have the double rolly backpack at homeschool, then you really got problems.
Then you.
That's good. So since we usually like the window seats, we don't ever have to worry about people opening the window when it's like bright as hell and everybody just wants it dark.
But then you get the windows that are between your seat and the seat behind you. So here's my new fix for that.
You fucking
make sure you board first. You make sure you get your ass to that seat before they do, and you just put that thing down.
Because like, oh, I'm sorry.
You just got to get there first.
It's one of Tom Segura's jokes. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you never seen the fucking sky before? Are you a 5-year-old or are you an adult male? Leave the fucking thing shut.
Yeah, leave it shut. We don't want it.
Like, I mean, I can get it sometimes. Like, I'll crack it a little bit so I can just like
if the sun's going down and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Like I'll get a quick landscape look and then I'll be like, okay, cool, shut it.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I saw it. I liked it. I'm done.
It was cool. It looks the same as the last time. Just mountainous or, fieldy or whatever other, I was going to say architectural landscapes, whatever things look like with stuff. This is the part where my brain doesn't work. But yeah, no. Also, what is your exiting etiquette? Are you one of the people that like you jump up immediately and you're like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here? Do you wait a little bit, or are you like, I'm going to be one of the last people off the flight because I'm not trying to deal with this?
I wait till it's my turn. I sit down, and then when like 2 rows ahead of me are starting to move up, usually the people next to me are trying to stand up by that time. And so I make sure I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And if the people on this side are antsy, I let them go first. But like there was like one lady, like she just starts rushing out, and I was like getting out and she almost like knocked into me from behind me, trying to pass me. I said, excuse me, can you give me 1 minute? I get really aggro. Like, can you wait 1 second?
I was going to say, you will say something. I will not. But I also feel like, because you see what I'll do is I'll definitely probably turn around and I'll give a look. But the look is my normal face, which apparently my normal face just looks intimidating to people. Because I just look like a giant biker dude most of the time. And they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm just like,
I gotta let people know that I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff, I don't know. That stuff bugs me. Like, I don't most things that people do bug me. And then, on Curb Your Enthusiasm, there's an episode about where Larry is sitting next to this guy on an airplane and the guy's wearing shorts. And Larry has a problem it.
What's the problem with that? Also,
No,
internet.
why you shouldn't wear shorts or sandals on an airplane?
Why not
can you hear me now?
shorts?
Good. Your skin is like stuff and like exposed to like the germs of the airplane. It's just not necessary to wear shorts on an airplane.
See, that doesn't
It's
make
not.
sense to me.
You should be wearing pants. You should be covered up.
Oh, so am
You
I
gotta
supposed to wear a
watch the
long sleeve?
episode.
Am I supposed to wear a long sleeve shirt? Because if I'm not wearing a long, if I can wear,
That's permissible.
then I can wear shorts. If I can wear a short sleeve shirt, then I can wear shorts because it's the same thing. I'm still exposed. If anything, this is worse because this is closer to your mouth.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me pop this open. Is it gonna have a commercial? Okay.
Yeah, I very rarely wear pants on an airplane because also it gets hot as shit in there. So many people. Do you want me to get all hot and sweaty and smelly? No, that's the last thing people want. So I'm gonna wear shorts.
No, watch this. Watch this really quick. Larry's gonna lay it down. Hold on. Are we sharing?
Also, Larry's an old man. Yeah, nobody wants old man legs.
No, it's not Larry wearing the shorts. He tells this other dude.
We'll see.
That here we go. Ew, and the guy's like picking at his nasty ass legs. Ugh.
See, also he's like
a little tip, okay?
He's
for traveling. A little traveling tip. Try not to wear shorts. It's not all that attractive to look at for 5 hours. No, I wear these on every flight when I travel. Because it's very comfortable. These planes, if you notice, get very hot. Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't see where I had to check with the person I'm sitting next to.
I should wear shorts.
Pajamas, but I don't wear pajamas on a plane. I like to sing. I like to whistle. I like to play the bongos
see,
on my leg.
that's
I
another
like to
thing.
imitate horses.
I know a lot of
but I don't
people
do it,
that like to wear
okay?
pajamas on airplanes.
Oh, well, you know, in the old days, people used to dress up and take some pride in themselves.
Yeah. But yeah, no, lots of people
Now
wear pajamas
people
on
are all
airplanes now.
sloppy.
Because that's the whole point is it's like, yo, I'm going to travel. I want to be comfortable. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to airports and it's nothing but like yoga pants and sweatpants and sweatshirts. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
Unless
I
it's a
have
family
done
going
that
to
before.
Disneyland.
If it's a long trip,
yeah,
you want to be comfy. Yeah, I've done it.
Also, like, oh, boo-hoo. I don't give a shit if you don't feel comfortable because I'm wearing shorts. That's your own problem.
Well,
yeah.
I could go on forever about this stuff, but
so many.
It's just a side note. Today is full moon in Libra in about an hour-ish.
Is that a lion zebra?
A Libra.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Sign of the zodiac.
What does it look like though?
It is a. Hold on, I'm trying to remember actually.
How do you not remember what they look like? That's like the most important part.
I'm still learning over here.
Where does it appear in the sky at night? What constellation?
It's not in a constellation.
I'm pretty sure it's in a constellation.
A Libra?
Yeah.
No, it's just a zodiac. It's a sign of the zodiac. It's not necessarily
yeah. The zodiac's all part of the constellation.
I don't know. It's represented by the scales.
Yep, Libra is a constellation.
Well, now I know.
Because
obsessed with symmetry and strives to create equilibrium.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure all of them are like that's the whole point. Is it's like when it's where the stars were at is where those signs come from. God.
Well, anyway, I have a full moon ceremony that I gotta watch in like 8 minutes. So
8 minutes.
It's live.
It's live. Oh, that's cool. Are you gonna recharge all your crystals?
Yep, I got them all in a tray over here, ready to go. It's been raining, so. But yeah, I gotta put it out. Full moon is in an hour.
Libra as depicted. What is it? What is a constellation supposed to look like, though?
I don't know. We should talk about that on the next one.
Maybe.
Well, thank you for watching this episode of Relatable.
Oh, also, real quick. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna shut you down real quick. Do you want to? Should we set up like an email thing so people can email us in with questions?
Our 13 subscribers.
Yeah, maybe they want to ask us questions and be like, "Hey, you should tell this story." If they happen to know us personally, and they're like, "That's a funny story," or if they're just like, "Hey,"
are you gonna email it from a secret email and pretend like it's someone?
Hey, Dylan, what about that one time you did this? I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, thank you."
You're gonna email into it as if you're like a fan.
Thank you, Chuck.
Oh no, that's a good idea. I mean, hey, if anyone wants us to talk about anything, I mean, or they could just comment on the bottom.
No, because then if we hit it off, there's going to be too many comments. So you guys set up an email.
Oh my goodness. I do have an email. It's relatablerodartepodcast@gmail.com. That's RELATABLE RODARTEPODCAST@gmail.com.
The link will probably be in the it'll probably be in the description because like that's a lot. But yeah, email, send us questions.
Dylan's gonna
we
start
got answers.
Making his fake email accounts right now to email it.
Dylan, I really liked it when you talked about this. Could you do more? And I'll be happy to talk about video games more.
I know. Well, yeah. Send us the line. Drop. Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.